Good morning. I'm meteorologist Chita Craft. Continuing to monitor Hurricane Sally did make landfall over Gulf Shores, Alabama, just before 5 a.m. this morning as a Category 2 hurricane. So we're still seeing that nice center of circulation, but notice how the rain is kind of wrapping into it. And so the eye is now not as pronounced as what we were seeing maybe several hours ago. What we are going to continue to notice, though, the amount of rain, especially falling areas east and north of the center. So here's Gulf Shores where it did make landfall, and then it's continuing in that northeast movement, and that's where it will continue to go throughout the day today. So let me show you here what I'm expecting for Sally. Probably by midday today, it will start to weaken down to a Cat 1. It's still a Category 2 hurricane at this point, and then probably sometime this afternoon or evening, it will turn into a tropical storm, but it's still going to be packing quite a punch all across portions of the southeast. So Alabama and Florida really going to continue to feel the effects of this, and then in through Georgia into early tomorrow morning as well. So a lot of rain still to come with this. Some of our radar estimates were anywhere from 15 to 20 inches of rain right along the panhandle of Florida that fell from last night into early this morning. So just a ton of rain, life-threatening rain has been falling across the area, and the storm surge along with it. Take us through the end of the week through Friday, and now it's going to move off the east coast. So even though Hurricane Sally has already made landfall, this is still something we're going to monitor really, really closely as the rain event is really going to continue over the next couple of days. Let me show you the big picture across the Gulf of Mexico. If you typically now check in on the National Hurricane Center website, you may also see this tropical wave just off the coast of Mexico. It has a 60% chance of development over the next 5 days. This is something to monitor. I want to suggest that most of this moisture is all going to head and trend towards Mexico. But again, we have to really keep our eye out on this. Any shifts or any change in the moisture, well, it will help though. Tomorrow, we have a boundary that's going to be working through the area. So a cold front will help and act like steering currents. That's what's going to help move Sally along to the east coast, and that's what's going to kind of help block or act like a blocking mechanism for anything that would try to move into the Gulf. So big picture across the Atlantic, still very active. This wave may become Wilfred today, just off the coast of Africa. However, Teddy, Vicky, Paulette put them into a track motion, and notice they just stay in the open Atlantic. So really don't have to worry about anything in the Atlantic. We have to keep our eye, of course, right on the Gulf, but the next name on the list is Wilfred. After we use that, we go to the Greek alphabet. And we are going to be trending that direction. Let's talk quickly about some of the impacts that we could feel here in Houston from Hurricane Sally. And basically the only impacts that we're going to notice are north winds. You get counterclockwise spin around an area of low pressure, of course in this case a hurricane, and because of that, all the energy that's pulling, notice all across the state of Louisiana and here locally, are those north winds. Today, gusts up to about 20 miles per hour, not out of the question. They're calm this morning, but as we go throughout the day, they'll intensify. So strong winds, that will lead to higher pollen today, but that's really the only impact that Houston will feel and experience from Hurricane Sally. We will continue to monitor the Gulf, but of course, we're welcoming in that cold front, that boundary tomorrow. More updates to come.